Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And today we're going to talk about how you can best utilize the energy of the Sun in Gemini, which is there May 20th until June 20th. We have an eclipse happening in Sagittarius. So you know how you've been having all those eclipses in the Capricorn Cancer axis while the moon has wobbled its way into Gemini. And so we have the North Node in Gemini, the South Node is in Sagittarius, but then at the end of the month, so at 0 degrees of Cancer, it wobbles back into Cancer for one more round of eclipses in July for in Cancer season for the Capricorns, right? So, but this time you kind of get a break. This will be happening in your 12th house, your 12th house of your goals and your dreams. And so maybe some long-held beliefs or spiritual beliefs or beliefs about yourself or goals that you've had, maybe it's time to release those and let those go and see where it takes you. So that would be on June 5th, something just to kind of keep in mind. So I will go over that more when we get to next week when I do the Moon Astrology for the 2 weeks, and it'll cover that. So I did channel, and but it was okay, so I was just getting like little snippets and I would start writing about it. So a lot of the channeling actually came through writing this month. Some signs got music, but you got a lot of notes. Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, so here we go. What I saw for you. Now we are talking about your 6th house. When Gemini is your 6th house, especially if you're the Capricorn rising, 6th house. This is about bringing the balance in to your life, the work-life balance, the physical health. Are you taking care of yourself? This is the kind of the things that you're going to focus on in Gemini season. And what I saw was this light bulb, like someone snapped on the light in the dark. It was like, whoa. And then the next thing I saw was like this bolt of lightning in the dark sky. And I'm like, what is going on? You are getting a download of some kind of a big idea. Something is coming to you, this flash of insight, this major idea, like out of nowhere. It's like, oh, wow, wait a minute. So kind of really be listening to your intuition. If you get a big idea, if it's in the middle of the night and you get it in your dream state and you wake up and you remember it, write it down, don't lose it, because something is coming to you really that's big. And so it really needs to be written down, and it needs to be fleshed out a little bit, I think, but something important is coming to you. So be looking for that. Then when I started writing, I got that you need to release your negative thoughts. So with this eclipse, maybe releasing the negative thoughts, being willing to rest, 12th house, right? Where that full moon's going to be happening. So be willing to rest, be willing to slow down. I was talking to one of my Capricorn friends, and she ran into the same thing I did. Like, I had all these things to do, and then bam, Spirit says, no, you need to be resting right now, so we're going to make you sick, right? So it's like hitting the wall, and you're like, oh, okay. So take the time. Take the time before Spirit forces it on you, and use this as an opportunity to cleanse your chakras, to get them back into balance, right? Because that 6th house is all about balance. In the description box below, I work with Nancy who does Reiki, and she's really good and very affordable. But most importantly, she's really good. And so consider that, or find another way to kind of balance your chakras, or release energy through taking a saltwater bath would be really good. Getting outside, walking around, especially if you can do it barefoot, depending on where you are in the world. It might be getting too cold in some places, I don't know, but if you can get outside and get yourself, against a tree and allow the energy to flow through you and to cleanse that energy, cleanses your chakras. If you stand in front of a really old tree and you put your feet on the ground and you stick your hands on the tree, you're creating a circuit of energy, and that tree will help to cleanse your chakras out too. So that is like a really easy thing to do. I spent a winter walking out. I didn't go barefoot. But every day I made my way to this big old tree that was in the backyard, and I just really worked on that and really got a lot of healing energy through that. So, oh, if you can start a garden maybe. Plant some seeds, or if you're bringing in plants from the fall, maybe they need to be repotted over the winter or cut back, but getting your hands in the dirt is a really good thing to do. And meditative breathing, just kind of releasing that stress. But I heard, what did I write? This is what I heard. The answers you seek will come when you have restored the balance in your body. And the other thing I heard was you need to drink more water. Now, they could have been talking to me, but I think they were talking to you too. Okay, so connect with your higher self. The answers are within. And when you restore some of the balance in your body and your routine, and when you bring yourself in, you can focus in more. And so spend a little time in meditation, a little time just out in nature, if that's how you do it, or writing. Writing is a really good way to connect. And so let's go ahead and get into this. I know that was really long. I knew it was going to be, because it was like compared to, okay, so I'll show you. Notes for Capricorn, notes for Aquarius. Like the Spirit was talking. So this idea of bringing yourself into balance is really important. So if you've never been here before, past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions, key to the situation, here's the overall energy. And the overall energy is the clouds. So it's like you're up in your head, or you're cloudy, or you're confused. And so again, rebalancing, letting some of that out, allowing the realignment to come in. It's going to be really important. It's going to be really important. So the key to the situation. Ooh. You have Ricky Tikki Tavi as the key to the situation. So, I don't know if you know the story of Ricky Tikki Tavi, but he's a mongoose, and he kills cobras, and he killed a cobra, and the female cobra was really mad because her male soulmate there got killed by Ricky Tikki Tavi, and she went after Ricky Tikki Tavi. So there could be some anger, some resentment, something that you feel under attack about in your heart space. It could be a family situation. It could be what's causing the confusion here. So again, releasing and letting go of the negative energy. Just because other people want to be doing things doesn't mean you have to accept that energy, right? You can clear that energy out by just deciding it does not affect your life. Oh, okay, my nose is really itching. So some of you really need to let go of some anxiety over some kind of it feels like family issue that's something in your heart that's really hurting you. In the recent past, you've been trying to figure out, what are your next steps? Where am I going from here? How do I get there? What do I need to know? What can I do? I'm laughing because I've been there. Okay, and then in the area of transformation and where your thoughts are, that this is the story of the elephant that was suddenly his mother was taken away, and was really sad and lonely, and was just dying of depression, and got a friend. The dog came in, offered friendship and loyalty, and the elephant's health was restored, emotional health was restored, and so his physical health was restored. So again, it's that balancing, right? It's getting the balance back into your life. So do you need to talk to somebody? And I mean like a friend here. It could be professional counseling, but I feel like you need a friend. You need someone to lean on. You need to maybe be your own friend and say, this family situation is just not working, and I'm just not dealing with it. And by not dealing with it, I don't mean you close your heart off, but by that I mean you say it's their life, it's their choices, and they're here to teach me something, and maybe what they're teaching me is that I need to let go. And so it could be what you do, and then you go hang out with your friends, and you get your own life. Sometimes it's like that. All right. In the near future, we have the letter. So, legal documentation, could be a contract, could be an agreement, it could be an actual email, some actual notification from somebody. It's in written form. It could be legal. It could be personal, but whatever it is, it's going to have you thinking a lot about it. So you're either some kind of notification that you're going to get. It's going to create something. Let's see what else we get here. In the recent past, I was going to say this is a confusing reading, but I know why it's a confusing reading, because the overall energy is the clouds. And I think it's confusing because you're a little confused, and I'm picking up that energy. And so, again, it's about finding the balance. It's about waiting for that big insight, that big information to come to you. But in order to get that kind of guidance, in order to get that big idea from Spirit, Spirit has to be able to have a space in your life to come and bring it to you. And so I can't recommend enough. Meditation is great, but if you are like, I don't know how to meditate, or that's too hard, that's fine. You can create space by just going for a walk in nature and not be listening to music, but actually be listening to nature, paying attention to nature. What signs and signals do you hear? What bird calls do you hear? What do you notice? And then go home and look up spiritual meaning of. So the other night I had a little eastern screech owl land on the tree outside my window and stare at me for like 5 minutes. So I had to look up what that meant, because I know what an owl means, but this was a very specific owl, and I knew the specificity of that owl actually meant something, and so I had to look up what it was, and sure enough, within like 20 minutes of that owl landing there, the situation that I needed that information for came to light. So pay attention to what you notice. Find out what the information is that it's trying to bring to you. Spirit is trying to talk to us all the time. That for me, paying attention to what I see in nature was a language that I started developing. To me, it's a language tool. The same way the cards are a language tool. So for some people, meditation is a language tool. You know, it depends. Channeled writing is a language tool. My language tool with Spirit continues to evolve, and yours can too. It just, you need to create space for it to allow for this to happen, so that you can get the messages and the guidance that you need, so that you can make decisions that are in your best and highest good, whatever that is. And there is a flash of insight, a lightning bolt flash of insight that is trying to come in for you. So creating the regular space, if you can go for a walk at the same time, or if you can channel through writing at the same time every day, or if you take a nice long shower in the morning and you just kind of leave your mind open to see what Spirit brings to you, that works too. It's like having an appointment time to so Spirit's like, okay, so this is when they're open to what I'm talking about. So for me, in the evenings before I go to bed, I mess with the cards. I'm like, which card deck wants to talk to me? And I get my messages there. It's an appointment time that I have with Spirit. That's just for us to talk. So whatever that time is that you pick up for yourself, you know, make an appointment with Spirit. Be willing to say, okay, this is the time. And then the information that you are looking for, the answers that you need they're coming from your higher self. They are coming. It's a matter of being aware of them when they happen. There's a big transformation happening in your heart space. Look at that. You have the coffin in your heart space. That coffin does not mean the end. The coffin means the beginning. It is the end of a cycle and a start of a new cycle. I never, unless I'm doing a health reading, the coffin card never bothers me. So Snow White and the Seven. From Snow White, the Brothers Grimm version, we see her coffin dropped for mourning. The coffin card is about death when you see this card. Remember that Snow White's youthful life with the dwarf stopped here. Her new adult life would begin when she is awakened by the prince. And that was a great deal of sadness when the 7 companions found Snow White dead, and they placed her in the glass coffin so that they could mourn her while they could still see her beautiful face. The prince's cloak drapes the coffin because his love alone can revive Snow White. When she awakens, she has been transformed into a princess. Never forget that the old ways must end before the change in the progress occurs. When the coffin appears in a spread, indicates something is coming to end, and this is the actual death that brings the new beginning. This is the need to let go. Okay, so here it's in the heart space. In the future, in the heart space. So we've got this full moon eclipse happening. What is it that you are going to release that so you can end a cycle so that you can be reborn in the heart space? So that you're opening to new opportunities and letting go of all this negative energy here. That is the question. The question becomes, what are you releasing and letting go? It is necessary to let something go. It's an attitude. It's a belief. It's a goal. It could be a person. It's a situation. It's something. But you know, the other thing that I was thinking when I was reading that was because the prince revives her, right, with the kiss, it's in your heart space. You revive yourself. You revive yourself through your love of yourself, through your compassion towards yourself, for your self-love. That's what's going to revive you, not somebody coming in. This isn't in the external. This is in the heart space. So this is about you, falling in love with you, caring about you, doing what you need to do for you, nurturing yourself, caring for yourself, loving yourself. That is how you bring everything back into balance. And this situation right here, this is what we have to just like, you know, let that, we have to release that and let this go because you love yourself enough to know. And it feels like a family member is hurting you in some way. That's what it feels like. All right, so here we have Cinderella on that full moon, trying to get to the castle. It's in the past, so I'm guessing that's that Scorpio full moon. And the obstacle, it's an obstacle. So something, you're trying to let go of something in order to move forward in the past, and there's been like this obstacle around it. So you get another shot with this eclipse coming up. Oh my gosh, my nose is itching. Okay, so here's the action step that you can take right now, and it is the book. And this is actually a storybook, a Grimm's fairy tale book, and it's got the cycles of the planets going around, but it's open. Sometimes in Lenormand, the book is closed, and that's about keeping secrets. When I see the book open, this is about you deciding what your story is. You writing your story, you deciding what the next chapter is. You have all the control to move your life forward by you deciding what your next chapter is. Not by other people doing it, by you doing it. You get to decide. And when you do, look at this. People are going to look at you and they're going to be like, wow, they really shine. They really shine. It's the birds, and this bird right here is outshining the rest of them. And everybody's talking about it. It can be about gossip. Who cares? Whatever. It's your story. You get to write it. So don't be confused by what other people are doing, what they decide to do, what they decide to think, what they decide to say. That is on them, and that is their problem. That is not what other people think about me is none of my business. It's a really great attitude to adopt in life. Try not to worry about that. Look for the real tribe, the real friends, the people that really care about you, and the people who are talking crap about you or treating you poorly. That is the lesson of learning to love yourself, and they're just showing that to you. That doesn't make them bad people. It means this is the situation that you guys agreed to before you got here, incarnated into this lifetime, to teach yourself how to love yourself. To teach you that what other people are saying about you doesn't matter, because you know that you are a divine spark of God and you are love. You came from love. You are love. And so when you know that you are love and you love yourself, then you rise up and you shine, and don't worry about what they're saying. They came here to teach you to not worry about it. So You have the white eagle. The connection to the divine guidance is within you. Spirit is trying to tell you something important this month. Something really big, really huge, really important. Oh my gosh, my face was so itchy. Make time for spirit. Make time for spirit. Connect to the love that you are a spark of, and make that flame grow bigger and brighter and burn within you. And be open to the information and write the next chapter with the help of the spirit to get there. This is an exciting turning point if you will let that happen. All this hard work of all these planets in Capricorn, all this energy that's been going on, it's been trying to get you here. Okay, this says show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. But I really want you to look at this picture. This is someone out in nature, communing with nature. This is an act of kindness with other people. This is like the spirit. Okay, so take care of yourself, nurture yourself, allow the information to be brought to you. They're trying so hard. Spirit really is trying to get your attention. You know, in those simple acts of kindness, there's only one person there. So I really want to encourage you to do something nice for yourself. You know, if it starts with looking in the mirror and saying, you know, I really am magnificent. I really, really love who I am. Start there. So, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. Proceed softly. Spirit wants to talk to you. Make some space, some quiet space for Spirit to talk to you. There is something important coming that will clear up all these clouds of confusion, that will allow for the transformation, that will transform you from I don't want to say it'll transform you. Let me find another way to say that. It'll transform your perception of yourself from ordinary to extraordinary. You already are extraordinary. Every person is very unique, right? Is that such a thing? Very unique? Each person is unique, right? We're all different. We all have our different gifts and talents and strengths, and we're all a reflection of the divine, because we are the spark of the divine inside of us. And so it is just identifying it and seeing it within ourselves. And when we see it within ourselves, then it shines out and everybody else sees it too. So allow yourself to shine. But start by this month talking to Spirit on a regular basis. Everything you need to know is within you. That's where Spirit lives, is within you. So everything you need to know is right there. All the information, the guidance you need. You just need a quiet space to hear it. And again, if you're like, meditation is really hard, then go for a walk. And what do you see? What catches your eye? It's a great place to start. You can say before you leave, I'm going on this walk, Spirit, and I really want to know, send me a message, tell me something. When was the last time I couldn't stop smiling or laughing? Your life will be transformed when you bring a friend in. So these are the esoteric questions for you to consider for the month. They're from Soul Truth. Really great deck I've been dying to get, and they're always sold out every time I try to get it. I finally nailed it, and I was like, yes! I literally go in every week and check to see if it's available. Finally got it. Okay, so go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants, or if you were me, you actually did. Feel the laughter. Yeah, there you go, right? Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting, eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Okay, been there too. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and to find the joy in the littlest of things. Note to self, laugh more often. Find joy in just the littlest things. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Take the time out that the whole world is kind of giving us right now. It's not by accident. It is for your benefit. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. Use this as an opportunity to make that connection with Spirit, to spend that time getting to know who you are, loving who you are, and waiting, I think, for the information that's coming to me. So I wanted a little bit more, and I got two. It says, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? You know, are you going through a change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. That is how I look at the coffin card every time. It is not an end, it is a beginning. It is the end of a cycle. Probably one that needed to end. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then let yourself move forward. It says, today make a list of all the things you could gain from change that you're going through. Feel in your heart, take a breath, and then deepen into the trust amazing things are coming. When you go to make a decision, does it feel right in the heart space? That's how you make the decision, not by the analytics, right? It's by here. And then you have dance. When was the last time I danced, really? So Spirit wants you to get out there and have some fun. We have laughter and we have dancing. So because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head into your body and your heart, because fear lives in the head alone, along with anxiety and control and guilt and frustration and impatience. This is why you don't make decisions with the head. Oh, I love this. I've just never thought of it this way. Because fear lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. Why would you want to make a decision based off of that stuff when you can make it off of joy and happiness and gratitude and expanding your life in a way that would be really amazing? So you will feel a change of joy and confidence take over. You will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from the heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us to the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. And this says, dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song and notice inward fire growing within you and feeling you being you. I challenge you. Just once this month, just once, and then when you do, I want you to leave me a message in any of the Capricorn videos and just say, hey, I did my 3-minute dance. I challenge you. I get this I'm supposed to dance card all the time, and I'm like, I don't know. I'll do it too. So I'll do it, you do it, and then we'll put it in the comments of any of the Capricorn videos when you do that dance. Just find some music, turn off the lights, put down the shades so nobody sees you, and then who cares, right? And then dance. But tell me about it, because I want to see that you guys do it too, because I don't want to do this all by myself. All right, I will see you back here next week, and we'll talk about what is going on in the next 2 weeks with all the planets and what are they doing and how it's going to affect you and what you can do to make it good. But apparently you can make it good by laughing and dancing. And honestly, if I'm not laughing when I'm dancing, there's something wrong with that. Okay, I will see you soon. You take care and have a good laugh, right?